Hi folks, today I'd like to show you how to keep your container and grow bag tomatoes and peppers growing right up until the first frost. It's August 18th here and these plants are pretty much still loaded yet. You can see that these tomato plants are still pretty loaded, and also many of the pepper plants are very loaded with peppers yet. And I'm not ready to give up on them. Some people give up on them by the time late August rolls around. But I like to grow them right up through September. I'll show you how to do that. We'll look at 5 things that will help you with that problem. Now I have these tomatoes growing in grow bags. Most of my tomatoes are in grow bags. I have pepper plants. These are bell peppers growing in grow bags and containers. Pretty nice peppers growing when these stalks are very healthy yet. They're going to keep growing yet for a long time. Let's get right to it and to begin to talk about the first thing that will help you with keeping your peppers and your tomatoes growing to the first frost. That first thing is watering. Continuing to water. A lot of folks, I know I used to just get a little lazy this time of the year when things begin not to look so good, and I would just neglect watering. Now, of course, you have to consider when it rains naturally. One of the best ways to test if you need some water is dig down in there about 2-3 inches into your soil. This has some moisture in it, but it's not super wet. Well, how do I know how much water to feed them for a deep watering? Well, you can Google it. Google the size grow bag you have or the size container and how much water it takes to do a deep watering. I'm just going to use an example. This is a 10-gallon grow bag. It's probably going to need almost a gallon of water to give it a deep watering. That would be this watering can here, completely full, is 1 gallon for each plant. If you have a 15-gallon grow bag, you probably need 1.5 gallons of water for a deep watering. If you have a 20-gallon grow bag, a little bit more. If you have a container, like these containers over here, then they actually have a saucer underneath that helps to hold water. I water until I see water in that saucer below. That's the number one thing, is keep watering, keep watering, keep watering. Don't let them get bone dry, and then that'll kill your plants quicker than anything. That's why a lot of people that are raising tomato plants in ground right now around here, we've had some dry weather and then we have wet weather, and the tomato plants in the ground look awful. Now listen, the second thing that I wanted to show you is you got to keep feeding them. When you're growing in containers and you're watering a lot, it washes the nutrients out, and it's really, really important to keep feeding them probably every 1 to 2 weeks. Whenever they begin to produce fruit, I change my fertilizer. Tomatoes don't like a lot of nitrogen, or you'll just get a lot of stalks. Peppers don't need a lot of nitrogen either. What I've been using for both my peppers and my tomatoes, of course, if you have tomato tone, it might be a little better, but I have this organic. If you're strictly organic, this is, I hope you can see that. This is a 344. That first number is nitrogen, second number is phosphorus, and the last number is potassium. I just wanted to show you this. Now, this is not an organic fertilizer. This is a Boom Booster. Yeah. This is Miracle Grow Bloom Booster, which I use this time of the year. The actual number is a 105210. This will push your fruit. It'll push your peppers, whatever. If you want to go strictly organic, there are some alternatives like fish emulsion fertilizer, but you want to use something liquid because they need fed, and they need fed now. I'll put 1 to 2 tablespoons on each grow bag, each container. And then I will also use the Bloom Booster. Let's go off to number 3. Number 3 is one that I won't spend a whole lot of time on. but it's very, very simple. I like to mulch my grow bags and my containers. I'll just give you a quick tour of some of the mulch grow bags and containers. Actually, some of them I just mulched not long ago, but that's a really important thing. It helps hold the moisture in. You can see I have mulch in all my grow bags and containers. These are the jalapenos. Mulching is very, very important. All these over here are mulched. The determinate plant is basically done, but an indeterminate plant will keep on growing and growing. The fourth thing that I wanted to show you is that you can begin to remove some of the bottom vines that are dead. I'm going to back my camera up a little bit because I want to show you trimming this one. You can see on this particular plant that some of these bottom leaves are dead. And to have a sucker coming off of a bottom leaf like this just isn't going to really help anything at this point. So I'm going to get rid of some of these bottom dead limbs, I call them. And some of them are starting to grow a sucker. You really don't want that at this time of the year. Some of these leaves are that dead that they almost just fall off. Snipping some of the dead limbs off, you have to use your own judgment. I'm a stickler. I like to let everything on as long as I possibly can until I know that it's dead and not producing. You're going to get some disease. Some of this is disease, but I just let it go. I want to show you the new growth on the top of this plant. You aren't going to believe it. There's a lot of tomatoes here. This is the very top, still blossoming. See the blossoms on there? Same way this is growed clean over into here. In there's a ripe tomato, but it's really going to produce some tomatoes yet. That's the same way with all of these. They have a lot of new growth at the top. Now, if you think it's going to frost within the next couple weeks or so, you may want to top your plants off. That way the bottom ones will ripen up. One thing I didn't mention when we talked about fertilizer was the phosphorus really helps to produce the fruit. The potassium really helps to ripen the fruit. So if you're not fertilizing your plants all the way up until frost, you're not going to get them ripening in time or as soon as you would like them to ripen. And the fifth thing I'm going to tell you about is keep harvesting. Some really nice tomatoes on here yet. I think I see another one in here somewhere. Some nice tomatoes. I've been getting tomatoes every day. So you definitely want to keep on harvesting. You're not going to continue to, once these tomato plants are more than 50% their color, you can probably take them off. It's actually the same way with peppers. If you want them to keep producing, it's a good idea to keep harvesting. This pepper plant is just loaded, and I like these to become yellow. I like to can mild pepper rings or stuff them with sauerkraut. So keep picking, keep picking. Don't give up. Don't just let them hang, let them hang, let them hang. Well, I hope this was a help to you today. 5 things we went over that can really, really help keep your tomato plants that you're growing in grow bags and containers, your peppers that you're growing in grow bags and containers, keep them growing right up until the first frost. The first thing that we covered was deep watering and consistent watering. If you're going to deep water, you probably don't have to water every day, but every 2 days, something like that. If it rains, you might get a break for a little while. The second thing we went over was the fertilizer. Cut back on that nitrogen. Make sure you're pushing phosphorus and potassium. Use some type of liquid fertilizer whenever they're blooming and growing fruit. That's what I always recommend. The third thing was the importance of mulching. Helps retain the moisture longer. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that one. The fourth thing was possibly starting to take off the dead branches that are down low. The new growth is mainly all on the top. You don't want a sucker growing out of a dead branch. So keep that in mind. You can trim some of the bottom leaves off of your peppers. Try and keep them blossoming. But that goes along with the fifth thing also, would be to keep harvesting. Keep picking. That's the most, what I want to say, the most thing that's gratifying is to pick your own fruit. So keep picking it so it can keep reproducing. And then one thing I didn't tell you was that the pepper plants, you can take them indoors over the winter. I can take them into my garage where I have a temperature of about 55 degrees and keep them in there all winter and then bring them out in the spring, and I'll be ahead of the game with some of my pepper plants. I'm so anxious to try that this year. But anyhow, it is a blessing to grow things in your backyard, grow your own food. The most important thing probably is your comments. Don't be afraid to disagree with me. Say, Wayne, I don't agree with you on something, whatever. It doesn't matter. The people in the community are going to learn from you more than they're going to learn from me. So I just want you to know that I'd like you to stay blessed and keep growing, work through life the best way you can. And I'll see you in the next video. God's blessings.